saves a lot of time when you actually write out a plan, have it in front of you, and you're able to like find out different steps that's going to help you. I do a lot of research, or I like to write or record a lot of things, so it's like me going and writing down something. Eventually I'm going to come back and follow up and try to figure out what's the easier way to do it, how is it going to help me manage my time, and just looking at certain ways where I don't have to do too much work. It's like we're trying to find ways to work smarter, not harder, because at the end of the day, in order for me to be present for my kids, or for me to be available and aware of what's going on and being able to catch certain things that's going on as far as like their emotions, different things that they're going through, I have to be aware, I have to be present, so I have to see it. In order for me to see it, I have to have all these distractions, worry, all these different things, emotional issues, everything has to be worked out before I come into my kids' presence, because if I want to see something, I can't have that blockage. And worry, stress, anxiety will always distract you from what's in front of you. And I think that's where we miss a lot of things when it comes to our kids, is because we're not well prepared and we're not paying attention. And the reason it is because something is distracting us. So it's like we got to figure out what's distracting us, what's holding us back from making sure that we're available to our kids in every area. Me facing a financial hardship when the government shutdown happened, which is still going on now for us in my field of work. So it's just like being able to address issues that I need to address right now. So if anything like this was to come up again, I would be in a better position. In the beginning, I did worry a lot, or I did worry some, and I missed a lot. But now it's like it's an opportunity for me to become more aware. It's an opportunity for me to get things in order. It's an opportunity for me to plan, prepare, actually assess my situation and figure out, how do I move forward? What do I need to do? What kind of things that I need to put in action to make sure that I'm not in this position again. And I think a lot of us think that financial freedom is hard to attain, or we're just too far away from it, or it's just not going to happen for us. But I've learned, or I've even experienced, that the more I assess and the more I'm aware of my problem, and the more that I begin to handle and face those things head on, I swear, like, I'm coming out of all type of debt. I'm coming out of a lot of stuff faster than I expected. And I'm gaining so much more ease with it, because I'm actually facing it head on, because I'm aware of it. And I think that if I was making more money, it would have been something that I would have never caught, because of course I have what I need, and that's what I was doing. I was in a position where I was making the money, but I wasn't doing what I needed to do. Now, this could have been a situation where I worried so much and I just would have sporadically done something, but instead this time I'm taking a What's up?
2 hours later.
So just becoming aware of my situation, writing out all my debts, writing out all my bills, writing out everything that has anything to do with my financial situation, being able to see it, letting it be visible so I can actually move forward, and actually seeking the help that I need, making sure that I'm doing what I need to do, reading up on certain things, researching, watching podcasts that have to do with it, and not only just taking other people's information or advice for, and moving forward, but actually implementing it to my situation, creating a strategy, and just allow myself to just like play around with it and see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, then switching it up, being open to making changes. So it's just like it's a different area to be in, because I'm more aware now. And so it's like things start happening a little faster than I expected for me, because I'm actually stewarding what I already have. I'm actually learning how to take what I have and making it work for my situation. And so I think it's very important that we begin to assess our situations, begin to face things, and once you face them, actually figuring out how do I make the changes, how do I do what I need to do to make this a better situation. We're not gonna all be in a place to where everything is going to be perfect, but if we can get to the place to where we are actually, we know where we are, we're honest with where we are, and we're actually assessing it and doing what we need to do to get out of it, I think that'll help a lot of people come out of those anxious thoughts, those depressive states, those places where we feel like nothing's changing. What we're doing sometimes is not working, so it's like you got to be open to change, and that's what I did. And it was like easier for me to be open to change, because I realized what I was doing was not working. What I was doing was putting me back in the same cycle of, oh, I'm depressed because I don't have the money for this. Oh, I'm not in the place where I want to be. So of. Like, in order for me to get where I wanted to be, I had to get around somebody who was already where I wanted to be. And I actually was open to allowing them to help me out. And I was more honest about it because I kind of gained some type of trust for that person to even be looking at my finances. Because I think sometimes the embarrassment of it or the shame of where we are, we don't allow people in. And I've been like that for a long time. I tried to cover up stuff, and I was like, I'll allow somebody to help me out when I get in a better position, but I don't want nobody to see me like this. But it was just like releasing that wall or dropping that wall, and like, I'm in trouble, I need help, I need to do something different, I don't want to be here anymore. So allow myself to be vulnerable and transparent with somebody and open up enough for them to see, this is where I am, can you help me get out of here? I think that'll help a lot of us. It helped me. So be open to change, be open to do something different. Change brings different results. So do what you need to do to get out of your situation. Don't look at your situation as a downfall. Don't look at it as something bad. Look at it as, what can I learn from here? How do I move forward? What can I do differently that's going to make my situation different? Even if I get put back in this situation, I know how to move now. I've become so much more in a better space to be aware, to where my emotional state is always stable. Where I am thinking, how I move is stable enough for me to even nurture and care for my kids in a way that they need it, because I'm not worried about the things that usually consume me, like my finances, bad relationships, toxic relationships, just decisions that I made it that was affecting my kids and affecting my emotional and mental state, that I couldn't show up for my kids in the way that they needed. So make the changes you need, because it's not only affecting you, but it's affecting your family.